Aha! Wow. This is, of course, Spider-Man Remastered, or played in Cachy OS. It got released onto PC a couple of years ago now, 3 years ago, something like that. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Now, of course, we've just had Spider-Man 2 get released onto PC, and that's working flawlessly in Linux as well through Proton, so I'll be uploading that as well. This is part 1, also Miles Morales before part 2 as well, so that you follow along with the story. It's a story run game, and that's what I've gone for. I've gone for the easiest level of gameplay so that I can get through the bloody thing quicker. But at the moment, I'm on part 5 of this game, and holy crap, it's going well. Don't get me wrong, it's going very well indeed. I'm just blown away at what I can do now here in Linux. I've got no way of... there's nothing to look at in Linux anymore. That's what I'm saying. There's nothing to look at. There's nothing to look at. They're all the same. All the desktops are the same. Apart from Gen 2 and Arch maybe. It's just different package managers. Just get the message that they're all different package managers. So no matter if you're going Linux hopping or what have you, some of them are different. Some of them do things differently, but they're all the same at the end of it all. I'm not gonna say the end of the day, even though I've just said it, because that's just stupid. So I'm going for gaming now on my channel. And yes, this is an old game, but like I say, I'm going to be going through them all. The next game after this one will be Miles Morales, and then on to Spider-Man 2, which had just... Spider-Man 2 has just been released, only got released a few months ago. In April, wasn't it? Last month. It got released, something like that, wasn't it? Or March? March. Was it March? I think it was March, actually, that it got released. Here onto PC, Spider-Man 2. This, of course, is Spider-Man Remastered, the first one, so that we can follow along with the story, and that's what it is, a story-driven game. I've played on the easiest levels so that I can get through it quicker, but like I say, I'm on part 5 already. And they're like 2 hours or so of gameplay, 60 frames per second. It's getting recorded on in my bitrate at 1440p. I've got the bitrate up to 60,000, and when I render it inside Davinci Resolve, I bring it on down to 20,000, and it does the job beautifully. It really, really does. Now, a lot of people were having problems with The Last of Us Part 2. Always use the Proton Experimental, or if not, download a little app called Proton Up. You can either get it as an app image, or if you're using the Debian based, or if you're using the Arch. If you're using the Arch, of course, it's in the repositories already, it should be. Or failing that, if you're using a Debian based OS, then there should be a deb file or an app image that you can use. Now, what I'm using here, because Cachy OS actually brought out their own Proton Experimental, but with added features on it. Like, say, with the Last of Us Part 2, if you're using an NVIDIA driver, with using Proton Experimental, you always get a sign coming up about your NVIDIA card. Whereas with Cachy OS Proton, you don't get that at all. It goes straight on into the game. So they tweak it. They do their own little tweaks, a bit like Proton GE, if you like. Okay? So, all I'm saying, this is all this video is about. If you're having problems playing games in Linux, have a look at your hardware. Because somebody asked me, they couldn't get The Last of Us Part 2 going. They left a comment in one of my videos. They couldn't get it going whatsoever when they got to the play part, it just blank off and then blank go off. Have a look at your hardware. You've got to have pretty beefy hardware. Me, I'm lucky I've got pretty beefy hardware. I've got 32 gig of RAM on all of my computers, all my desktops. Now, 32 gig of RAM on there. I've also got a 4060 Ti that I'm running. Everyone poo-poos the 4060 Ti. I've seen reviewers actually, yeah, it's not a very good card. Hang on. I'm quite blown away by it, actually. As this game goes on, I get myself a new suit as this game goes on, and I'm flying through the air. You upgrade Spider-Man through the game, and he gets faster and faster and faster, so it's a build-up. And as he's swinging along, I'm getting over 100 frames per second on this, all right? As the game goes on further on in, as I upgrade him and everything. It's absolutely amazing. There's no stutter or anything like that. I'm using a Ryzen 7 5700X. 8 cores, 16 threads. So it's quite a beefy build I've got here. Now what I used to use was the 3060 Ti, and it used to stutter like mad, this game. A 3060, I think it was a Ti, or was it just 3060? Just 3060 with 16 gig of RAM on. This card, 4060 Ti, has got 16 gig of RAM on. Always go for the 16 gig one. If you want to play AAA games, don't try it out on, unless you're wanting to play at 1080p, which in my view is a complete and utter waste of time. Unless that's all you can afford. Really, you know, you've really got to, if you're using I don't know much about AMD graphic cards. I don't know much about them at all. I know they're power hungry. They're more power hungry than NVIDIA, even. And they run pretty hot as well, as also I heard in the past anyway. So I don't know a lot about AMD cards. I don't know what the new ones are like, as I've never used them. And I probably never will. I like NVIDIA. NVIDIA, you know, if you've got the right drivers on in. I mean, I'm using cutting edge technology as well. And that's another thing about Arch, is that it's cutting edge. So you're getting the latest. You're getting the latest stuff. If you keep it up to date, you're getting the latest cutting edge technology for Linux, basically. It's, you know, that's what Arch is. It's Arch is actually an experimental platform for you to be able to run the latest on. Yeah, whatever's released, it's straight on in. And yeah, Cachy OS, just beautiful, and that's what I'm playing this on, and that's all my channel's going to be now, is gaming. I think it's just me having fun with my computers. I'm no longer going to be doing reviews or looking at new operating systems on this channel, simply because I'm not good enough. I'm not a programmer. I'm just a user of Linux. I'm just your everyday average user, all right, which a lot of YouTube Linux channels are anyway. Unless they've got some background in programming, then good luck to them, you know. For me, all I want to do is just have fun with my computers. Is that so wrong? That's what I always thought computers were about, was having fun. Why get serious about a thing, you know? Goodness sake. I'm happy now. I'm away from proprietary systems. I'm no longer, well, apart from the software that I use a proprietary, no, I use the open source driver I think I've got here for this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. And I'm using Davinci Resolve, which is a proprietary thing as well, but yeah, it's to render all my videos in. But you know, there you go. That's what I'm going to be doing anyway. So yeah, this is just like a preview sort of window, because I haven't uploaded anything for a while, simply because I've been busy trying to get this game finished. And like I say, I'm on part 5 at the moment. It's going to take a while. Hopefully it ain't going to be as long as The Last of Us Part 2 was, because that was just went on for ages. Just went on for hours and hours and hours. I was like, wow. The game is so much better than the series, though, I must admit. I haven't seen any of the series apart from Series 1, and that wasn't very good, either of The Last of Us. The series that they've got on whatever that channel's called, HBO, whatever. And yet, it was, I don't know, just not that good. Not that good at all. After you've played the game, if you've played the game first before watching the series, then you'll find out why. The games, you're more immersive because they're games, and that was the whole idea of it. So I don't really see why they're trying to make a series out of The Last of Us when the games are so more immersive and you feel the emotion as well. Whereas watching the TV show, no, done nothing to me. For me, anyway. Because it's not on the same level as what the game is. Does that make sense? I think it does, doesn't it? Anyway, I'm going to say tatty bye. I've been on here way too long. Thank you very much for watching. That is it for me. That is what I'm going to be doing anyway. It's just uploading games. I want to go on through the whole of my Steam list here in Linux land. All right. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Thank you very much for watching. Bye. For now.